Soviet forces conquered the German capital of Berlin. Now, with Hitler in exile, the Soviets' puppet regime rules from the Kralper. With the Soviet focus on the West, Japan has been free to continue their aggressive expansion, threatening our allies in the region. On the home front, men and women are working around the clock, producing guns, tanks, and supplies to aid the remaining free nations of Europe, while building our own forces to counter the ever-rising threat of war. Should the communists dominate Europe and Africa, and the Japanese in Asia and the Pacific, then the claws of tyranny will soon grasp for the light of American democracy. Our attempts to avoid war have proven futile. As the enemy continues to enslave the nations of the world, capturing more natural resources critical to the advancement of mankind, we must take action. The time for conflict is upon us. How long can the U.S. hope to avoid the cost of war on its shores?
War. We are not amused.
Welcome to the harsh lands of Gloomhaven, recruit. You think you have what it takes to become a mercenary out there on the edge of the world? We are paid to venture into the darkest forests of the region and to step into ancient crypts with the unmistakable stench of death and rotting flesh. Lovely places to earn a name for yourself. Be ready to face cutthroats, undead, fearsome tribes, and dreadful demons from other realms. You didn't find yourself as a mercenary without knowing how to crack a few skulls, did you? Before going on a mission, prepare your hired blade's abilities and equipment. Plan your strategy and team synergies. Advance ill-prepared and don't expect to come back in one piece. Entering the halls of the dungeon, every choice you make has life or death consequences. Observe your opponents. Think of your tactical options as a squad, and spot some weaknesses to exploit. However, no battle plan survives contact with the enemy. You will be outnumbered, but not outplayed. Adapt your tactics, take advantage of your environment, and if you play your cards right, you'll live to see another day. Still, your supply is scarce, and some of your abilities can only be used once. Managing your resources is as important as the health of your soldiers of fortune. In the midst of combat, you should loot the precious gold and chests, but don't let greed blind you. Heed my words. Cooperation between your mercenaries is what makes the difference between your success and your demise. If you survive your perilous journey, you'll gain the opportunity to purchase with your hard-earned gold new gear and enhancements. If you fulfill enough quests, skillful mercenaries from all the corners of the map might even side with you. I'm telling you, a mercenary life is no easy thing. You'll be sought out by dubious, cloaked individuals with their own moral compass. But only you can carve your path. Are you here to quench your thirst for gold and riches? Or are you driven by the search for hidden artifacts? You could still improve your reputation by helping Gloomhaven's denizens, but it doesn't pay much. Whatever your path may be, it will be paved with difficult choices. If you wish to become a veteran guildmaster, a region not far from Gloomhaven has been overrun by bandits and necrotic creatures. Trade has come to a halt as the region fell into the grasp of foul individuals. Yet, this dire situation is just another business opportunity for us. This time, you'll be able to manage your own guild of fearless mercenaries. For any given mission, form a hand-picked squad and adapt their equipment. You'll find quickly enough the best combinations for each encounter. Of course, you can always welcome seasoned adventurers to your party. Gloomhaven is a ruthless world. You may as well strive with friends by your side. Mercenaries, enough talking. Unsheath your sword, light up your spells, and stand your ground. Remember, it's not all doom and gloom.
I fight this war. I command these men.
Many of my soldiers will die.
To defend.
To conquer.
Reload! Attacking! Destroy it! Recon patrol moving out.
We have the target!
Charge! Take out that armor!
We have infantry in our sights!
Heavy Panzer confirms orders.
Take out that tank! Yes, sir!
Incoming artillery! Burn them out!
Take cover!
Kill the gunner!
Do you dream of the stars? The vast unknowns waiting to be discovered. This is no single mission, but a call to the cosmos, to a galaxy in constant motion. There are always more stars to discover, more civilizations to encounter. More worlds to explore. It's a vast galaxy full of wonders. Political tension, diplomacy, betrayal, and deceit. And it is yours for the taking.
In Total War Warhammer 3, multiplayer is bigger than ever, with more players and more modes available than any previous entry in the Total War series. Enter the Realm of Chaos, Warhammer 3's standard campaign, where up to 8 players can battle it out in any configuration of cooperative or competitive play. Delve into Cathay's darkest hour with the Darkness and Disharmony mode, where again up to 8 players bring about Grand Cathay's salvation or its destruction. Or embark on a more intimate venture with up to 3 players in the Something Rotten in Kislev mode. These additional modes were designed primarily with multiplayer in mind and provide a more focused campaign that can be completed in a shorter amount of time. Because, let's face it, it's hard enough to get friends together as it is. Let's take a deeper look at the Realm of Chaos. At the start of a standard multiplayer campaign, players can choose to play as a team or go free-for-all. During the multiplayer campaign, all players will take their turns simultaneously, a first for the Total War series. Move quickly enough, and you can avoid being attacked by another player by moving your army out of their reach. Once all players have ended their turn, the game moves on and the AI takes their turns. For those who prefer a slower-paced campaign, the ability to have sequential turns remains in the game. When a player enters a battle, be that against AI or another player, players on the same team will automatically enter as a spectator on the side of their teammate. They can then be granted units to play with by the ally in control.
They will perish!
Should a player hold no allegiances in this battle, they can act like a mercenary and join whichever side they like. Bribing your friends into helping you out has never been more attractive. This is Warhammer like never before. Big, ambitious, and full of chaos. With more ways to play, more people to play against, and more instruments to wage war with, there's never been a better time to butcher your acquaintances. After all, this is Total War, not Total Friends.
Noblemen and women, 80 years ago we cast off our Danish oppressors, and soon fought alongside our allies in London to seize the Baltic from unfit tyrants. But now we stand again on the eve of war. As we speak, in Swedish North America, an army hardened in war moves north. Fleets embark from our colonies in Swedish Cuba to seize the rich islands of the Caribbean, while ships in Swedish Africa head south to secure the trade routes to India. Our other allies in Castile and Austria reassure us that they will honor our alliance. London has foolishly focused on their petty squabbles with Paris for generations. But what thought have they given, or steps have they taken to protect themselves from their growing allies in Stockholm? Not enough, I say. When storytellers and poets write of tomorrow, it will be of the day that England, nay, the world, was rocked by the great and mighty empire of Sweden.